The attorneys at Legal Helpers help individuals file for personal bankruptcy. We don't handle corporate bankruptcies. Instead, we focus our attention only on folks just like you who are looking to file personal bankruptcy. Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 are the two main chapters under which individuals can file bankruptcy. Chapter 7 bankruptcy is a process provided for under United States federal bankruptcy law, by which you are entitled to a fresh start. Chapter 7 may eliminate most kinds of unsecured debt. Some examples of unsecured debt include credit cards, medical bills, most personal loans, judgments resulting from car accidents, and deficiencies on repossessed vehicles. In addition to getting rid of your debt, Chapter 7 allows you to typically keep all of your property, as long as your car and mortgage payments are current and there is no significant equity in your property. We should have no problem making the arrangements for you to reaffirm the debt. Keep your home, keep your car, keep your personal belongings, but eliminate your debt. That is our goal with Chapter 7. Legal Helpers may be able to use Chapter 7 to provide you with many benefits. Next, I will discuss those benefits as well as other subjects related to Chapter 7 and other forms of bankruptcy. Stop creditor harassment. If creditors are bothering you at work, harassing your family, friends, and neighbors, or calling at all hours, you can put an end to it immediately simply by hiring Legal Helpers to represent you. Upon retaining our services, we provide you with a special telephone number so that you can refer your creditors to us. We will keep the creditors off your back, and you can stop paying your creditors immediately. Eliminate repossession debts. After a vehicle finance company repossesses your car, they auction it to reduce their loss. You are still responsible for the balance on the car, called a deficiency balance. Legal Helpers can eliminate your liability for the entire deficiency balance. Remove the risk of lawsuits and garnishments by filing a Chapter 7. Stop garnishments with Chapter 7. Filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy will stop any court-ordered wage garnishments upon the date the case is filed with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court. End lawsuit and license suspensions. Many states have imposed laws that allow the state to suspend your license if you failed to maintain liability insurance at the time of the accident. Legal Helpers can help you get your license reinstated if it is suspended due to an uninsured car accident or unpaid parking tickets. Our attorneys can also stop lawsuits related to those car accidents. If you are being sued and you own a home, we strongly urge you to speak with a Legal Helpers representative immediately about filing bankruptcy. Chapter 7 or another form of bankruptcy will stop a lawsuit immediately and prevent your creditors from placing a lien on your home or garnishing your hard-earned wages. Rebuild your credit. One of the most common concerns that we hear from clients has to do with the stigma related to bankruptcy. A basic characteristic of human nature is that people are afraid of things with which they are not familiar. Do not count out Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy as an option until you have taken a short time to get educated on the subject. The stigma against debtors has greatly diminished over the last 20 years, and there is no indication that debtors will be treated less favorably in the future. In fact, the ability to reestablish your credit after Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy is better than it has ever been before. Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy can remain on your credit report for up to 10 years, but you can start reestablishing your credit immediately. First, let us define credit. Credit is your ability to borrow money. Many lenders determine whether or not to lend you money by examining your debt-to-income ratio, how much outstanding debt you have compared to your income. Remember that the reason that your credit is poor right now is because you have so much outstanding debt. Ask yourself, who would you rather loan money to? The person who has $20,000 in credit cards and could file Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy at any time, or the person who has already filed Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy, has no remaining debt, and could not file another Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy for another 8 years. Many of our clients are able to purchase a vehicle on financing the day they receive their bankruptcy discharge. Oftentimes, you will pay a percentage point or two higher than a person with unblemished credit, but ask yourself, how low of an interest rate would you be able to get in your present situation? You should be able to finance a home within 2 years after receiving a bankruptcy discharge, as long as you can provide a minimum down payment and show the ability to make the monthly mortgage payment. Many consumer debtors receive credit card solicitations within months of receiving a bankruptcy discharge. Once you are a Legal Helpers client, you are a client for life. We will not abandon our clients once they have received their discharge from the court. This is part of our commitment to you to provide quality legal representation for a fair fee. We caution you against rumors of the Chapter 7 or 13 bankruptcy stigma that you may hear from friends or family who may not possess the knowledge of bankruptcy law necessary to give legal advice. They may have your best interest in mind, but a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Call now at 1-888-743-5787 to speak with one of Legal Helpers' experienced bankruptcy attorneys to make sure what you are hearing is the truth. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is a process provided for under the United States federal bankruptcy law, also known as adjustment of debts of an individual with regular annual income. Chapter 13 also enables you to keep valuable assets like a house while making payments to creditors through the trustee based on the debtor's anticipated income over the life of the plan, usually 3 to 5 years. It is typically designed for someone who is trying to save their home from foreclosure, save their car from repossession. There are 2 very simple questions you may ask yourself to determine if Chapter 13 is right for you. Are you trying to save your home from a foreclosure? Is the repo man looking for your car? If so, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy repayment plan may be the answer. One very important thing to remember about Chapter 13 bankruptcy is that you must be working or have a consistent source of income for your repayment plan to be approved by the court. Not only must you be able to pay for your monthly living expenses, but you must also be able to make a payment to the court to consolidate your debts. Debts that are generally consolidated in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy are mortgage arrears, balance on vehicle loans, student loans, credit card debts, and other unsecured debts. All outstanding debts must be included in the Chapter 13 bankruptcy consolidation. Stop foreclosure immediately. If your home is presently in foreclosure, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy filing will stop the foreclosure anytime prior to the sale and allow you to repay your mortgage arrears through your Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You will still be obligated to make all future mortgage payments directly to the mortgage company, but they may not foreclose to collect any outstanding mortgage payments. Save your car. If the repo man is looking for your car, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy will also stop the finance company from repossessing your car. The past due payments and the entire balance on your vehicle loan will be consolidated, which you will pay off over the next 3 to 5 years. The vehicle finance company can no longer repossess your car, and you will no longer have to make a payment directly to the finance company. Only one payment is made, and that is to the Chapter 13 trustee. Under certain circumstances, we can even recover your vehicle after repossession and consolidate the remaining balance. Consolidate student loans. Although you may not eliminate student loans in a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you can consolidate them with your other bills in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy and stop collection action against you. Legal Helpers will stop the collection action and garnishments related to student loan debts and consolidate your bills so that you may repay them in a plan that is feasible for you. Protect cosigners. Your cosigners receive the same protection that you receive under Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Through a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, we will protect your cosigners from collection activity, and the creditors must wait to be paid. So, if your friend or relative co-signed on your vehicle and you are having trouble affording the payments, we can put your remaining balance inside a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Beware of refinancing. If you have equity in your home, you can file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, protect your equity, and repay your mortgage arrears over as long as 3 years. Refinancing or taking out a second mortgage may just create an additional mortgage payment that you can't afford, instead of repaying your mortgage arrears through a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Why eat up your equity with another mortgage? You should explore all of your options and make sure you contact us along the way so we may advise you of your legal rights. When you have quality legal representation, you become knowledgeable about your rights and become less vulnerable to people trying to take advantage of you in a time of distress. Please remember that we offer a free consultation. Explore Chapter 13 bankruptcy as an alternative to a high interest rate equity loan against your home. If you are a consumer facing foreclosure, lawsuits, liens, repossession, or wage garnishment, an experienced Legal Helpers lawyer can find the best option to help eliminate or consolidate your debt. So take advantage of the fresh start bankruptcy affords you by using our secure and confidential online free legal evaluation form to schedule a no-obligation consultation with one of our bankruptcy attorneys. Or pick up the phone right now and call our toll-free number, 1-888-743-5787, to speak with Legal Helpers immediately.